Hello everyone, welcome to this video series on arithmetic. We'll continue with our discussion on profit and loss, and today we'll see in this session a concept of markup and discount. So when we say markup, a related concept is a marked price. So what is a marked price? Marked price in a very colloquial terms we can say is the MRP, that is the maximum return price, which is indicated on the price tag of any item is the marked price. Roughly we can say so. So marked price or the list price, which is also, this is known as list price also, is the price that is indicated or marked on the product, or the price which is given in the price list. That is, this is the price at which the product is intended to be sold. So roughly we can say that marked price is nothing but MRP, maximum retail price of the product. Now, having known this, uh, then there's a related concept of discount. So let us see this through a pictorial diagram. What does this mean? So suppose we discuss this in terms of a shopkeeper. So there is a shopkeeper A, right? So he purchases some item. He would be purchasing from say some wholesaler. So what is the purchase price for A? That is a cost price, right? Cost price. So certainly if he purchase the item at cost price C, he is not going to sell this item to a customer at C. He will actually keep some profit over it, right? So what he does actually, he will mark up the price. Say suppose the shopkeeper bought the item at price C, he will mark up the price. He will put a different price tag, and that price tag will indicate the new MRP of the product, which is known as marked price. What is the marked price? That is the new MRP of the price, which indicates the price at which this is to be sold to a customer, right? So there's an increase. So let this be denoted by M. So there is an increase of from a price from C to M, and that increase is nothing but percentage markup. Percentage markup. Now what happens when a customer goes to the shopkeeper to buy that item? So he sees that there's a MRP of M. So over a MRP, he will typically negotiate with the shopkeeper, asking for some discount, some rebate, right? So shopkeeper would in general give some discount over the marked price. So discount over marked price, say that be denoted by percentage discount, which is D, and percentage markup, which is M percent. It be here it is D%, and let this be written by CP. CP is cost price, MP is market price. Now, when the shopkeeper has given D% discount over the market price, thereby that becomes the selling price. So the price, new derived price after applying discount is selling price, which is usually represented by SP. And we also know that CP and SP, the relationship is of what? CP and SP, that difference is profit, right? SP minus CP, the difference is profit. And profit, when expressed as a percentage of cost price, is the profit percentage, right? So therefore, now we have seen the relationship. So from here we can say that a few terms I'd like to mention here, that markup, percentage markup. Percentage markup is what? Is the marked price minus the cost price upon the cost price, right? So percentage markup is given over the cost price to arrive at a new price, which is the marked price, and this multiplied by 100 will give the percentage term. So this we have seen. Now similarly, percentage discount, we can say, is nothing but the selling price minus market price upon market price into 100. So from here we know that we can say that discount is always given on the market price. Markup is always done on the cost price. And then we already have seen percentage profit or loss. That is nothing but SP minus CP upon CP into 100. This we can say that profit is always calculated over cost price. Right? So these three definitions we already know. I mean, percentage profit and loss we already knew. However, here we have seen a new concept of percentage markup and percentage discount. What are those? Percentage markup is the mark price minus cost price over cost price, and percentage discount is the selling price minus the market price upon the market price. Right. So this way we have uh, got to know about the market price, discount, and the profit or loss percentage. The same thing I have written here. The discount is nothing but the concession offered to the buyer over the market price. That is, if market price is MP, the item is being sold at SP. So that difference is nothing but the that discount, right? So here, see, one thing we may note that SP, when we say discount, SP will always be lower. So I mean, to make a term positive, discount means that negative increment. So we will make this minus SP plus MP. MP will always be more than SP when the discount is positive, right? So that we need to be careful. And percentage discount is nothing but actual discount, which is MP minus SP upon MP into 100. Right. So with this in the background, now we will move ahead and try to find the relationship between the markup percentage, profit percentage, and discount percentage. So see, what have we done so far? We know that cost price, when we apply a percentage markup to cost price, we arrive at market price, and when we apply a percentage discount over market price, we arrive at the selling price, right? And when we apply a percentage profit over CP percentage, we arrive at SP, right? This relationship we know. So from here, I mean, see, there are a couple of ways to interpret this. Can we say to arrive from CP to SP, we are giving a two successive increment of M% and D%, right? M% and D%, where D is a negative. I mean, when I say successive increment of, then if we talk of increment, then D is negative, it is a discount. So, or we can say that we are giving a increment of M% and then a decrement of D% to arrive at SP over CP. So when this we had learnt in the percentage basic classes, when there are two successive increment, so the net increment percentage net percentage change would be what? Net percentage change will be M minus D. Why minus D? Because D is negative, right? Yet this discount, had it been a positive increment, it would have been plus D minus M into D by 100, right? This we had seen so much percent. And this net percent change is what? Net percent change from CP to SP, and that is nothing but percentage profit. So we can say percentage profit is nothing but M minus D minus M into D by 100. So much percent, right? So therefore, from here, I mean, we get a relationship between profit markup value and the discount percentages. M, D, and P all are in percentage terms, right? All are in percentage terms. So this is a standard relationship. This we can remember. We even if we don't, it's a very straightforward thing. And I mean, when I'm saying so, going forward, I say we never use this. What we use is a very simple concept of the multiplying factor, which we have been seeing so far in the previous discussion on profit and loss. So let us try to understand the same concept in terms of the multiplying factors. Multiplying factors. So can I say that MP is nothing but multiplying factor of markup into CP? That is, when we are giving a markup, we are multiplying CP by a multiple such that we are obtaining MP, and that multiplying factor is nothing but 1 plus the markup percentage. FM is nothing but 1 plus markup percentage, right? Similarly, we can say that SP is nothing but MP into FD, where FD is the discount factor, and FD we can say that 1 plus, say, this be given by D percentage, right? So here, since D is negative, so it will be actually 1 minus D percentage. 1 minus D percentage. And then the third is relationship between CP and SP. So we can say that SP is nothing but multiplying factor of profit into CP, where FP we can say that it is 1 plus profit percentage. So when we arrange these three equations, from equation 1, 2 and 3, can we say that, I mean, substituting MP is equal to FM into CP, and CP is nothing but SP upon FP. SP upon FP, and this further we can write that FM MP is equal to FM into instead of SP we can put MP into FD, MP into FD upon FP. MP gets cancelled out on the both sides. So from here we can say that FP is equal to nothing but FM into FD. This is also a very standard derivation, same as what we have done here. This is a direct formula based on the net percentage change, and this is basis the multiplying factors. Multiplying factor, right? So this is another important one. So what we can see, I mean, from CP to SP, direct increment is P%. So and P% is a combination of M and D, not necessarily M% plus D%, but certain combination. And what is that? FM into FD, where that is the multiplying factor for profit is equal to multiplying factor for the markup into multiplying factor for the discount. And what are FP, FM and FD? Those are written here, right? So this is a very simple thing. I mean, I need not go in very deep, because this already we know what is the concept of multiplying factor and how do we use the same. We have seen various illustrations in the previous discussion. So now straight away we will move to the illustrations based on the markup price and the discount and the profit percentage and other related interrelation between all three. So illustration 1 says, if the marked price of a book is 540 rupees and markup percentage is 12.5%, find the cost price. So I will try to solve this using both a generic approach and the other time efficient approach. So method 1 is using generic approach. So find the cost price. So generic approach means that the CP is equal to X, right? So and markup percentage is 12.5%. So what is the marked price? Marked price is nothing but X into, I mean, X plus 12.5% of x, right? This is markup is given on the cost price, so we can say so. And 12.5%, I mean, either we can solve this or we can write this as 112.5 x by 100, which is nothing but 1.125 x. This is the marked price, and the marked price is given as 540. So here we can say that 1.125 x is equal to 540. So from here we can solve this as, right. So this again is a calculation which we can solve. What would be the value? So 540 into 1000 divided by 1125 is 480, right? So here we get Cp is equal to x is equal to rupees 480. This is the answer to this question. However, this approach is not advisable. I discuss method 2, right? So method 2 says using multiplying factor. So here see what happens. MP is given, right? MP is given 540 and markup percentage is given 12.5%. 12.5% we know is 1 by 8. This also, I mean, percentage to fraction equivalence, what we have seen in the percentages is very important. Again, I am repeating. So if we know that 12.5% is 1 by 8, so from here we can know that what is the multiplying factor, that is 1 plus 1 by 8, which is 9 by 8. So we can simply say that what MP is equal to FM into Cp, and MP is 540 is equal to FM is 9 by 8 into Cp. From here we can say Cp is equal to 960 times it will go 60 into 8 is 480. So this is very simple and time efficient approach, and this is the one which is recommended and should be used going forward everywhere in the exams also. Now illustration 2 says if Sushil, while selling an article at a discount 20%, earns a profit of 10%, what is the markup over the cost price done by Sushil, right? So see, again I solve this using the two methods. Method 1 using generic approach. So here it says that what is the markup over cost price done by Sushil. So let us assume that let's mark price is equal to x, right? X. Selling an article at a discount of 20%. Percentage discount is 20%. So what will be the selling price? Selling price will be x minus 20% of x, which is 0.80x, and earns a profit of 10%. Here it is given that profit percentage is 10%, and profit percentage is over cost price, that we know. So we can say that Cp plus Cp into 10 by 100 is equal to Sp, which is we can write as Cp into 1 plus 10 by 100, that is 1.10, is equal to Sp, which is 0.80x. So from here we can say that Cp is equal to 0.80 upon 1.10 times x. So now Cp we have obtained, MP we know, so we need to find the percentage markup, and percentage markup we know is what? Percentage markup is marked price minus cost price upon cost price, which is marked price is x minus 0.80x upon 1.10 upon Cp x. If we solve this, we will get I think it is 3 by 8, 3 by 8, mm, 0.3x upon 1.1 x. Sorry, here Cp is 0.8x, so that will be 0.8x upon 1.1. So this in turn will be 0.3x upon 0.8x. So that is 3 by 8, which is 37.5%. Right, 3 by 8 is 37.5%. So this way we can solve this question. However, again we will use the method 2, which is more efficient. So method 2, using multiplying factor. So here we have been given, see what's on has been given to us. Percentage discount has been given as 20%. Then percentage profit has been given as 10%. And we have been asked to find percentage markup, right? However, we know that in factors, multiplying factor terms, Fp is equal to nothing but Fd into Fm. And if percentage discount is 20%, so discount factor would be what? 1 minus 20 by 100, 1 minus 4 by 5, sorry, 1 minus 1 by 5, which is 4 by 5. Similarly, profit factor, profit is 10%, which is 1 plus 10 by 100, which is 1.1 times, which is 11 by 10, right? So 11 by 10 is equal to Fd is 4 by 5 into Fm. This cancels out. So from here we can say Fm is nothing but 11 by 8. And Fm is what? Fm is nothing but 1 plus m by 100, right? Which is 11 by 8. So can we say percentage markup is equal to nothing but 3 by 8, which is 37.5%. So this is much easier and a very intuitive way of looking at the question. And therefore this is the standard way of solving any problem which appears on either discount. I mean, any problem on profit and loss can be used using the concept of multiplying factor, and that is very easy, and that saves much time on the calculation also, right? Now I move to question number 3. Here it says that a cow trader marks up the price of his cow by 6.67% and yet makes only a profit of 6.25%. Find the discount offered by the trader. So now, I mean, we know how to move and solve the question using generic approach, using, I mean, assuming a equation. Now we will solve here directly. Here it says a cow trader marks the price of his cow. So it is markup is 6.67%. So therefore we can say that markup factor is 6.67% is nothing but what? 1 by 15, right? 1 by 15. And this is a markup, so increase of 1 by 15, which means 16 by 15 should be the multiplying factor. Similarly, profit has been given as 6.25%. 6.25% is nothing but 1 by 16. So we can say the profit factor will be 1, and profit means increment of 1 by 16. So this becomes 17 by 16, right? And we know that Fp is equal to Fm into Fd. Fp is 17 by 60. Fm has been 16 by 50, and FD we have to find, right? So from here we can say FD is nothing but 15 into 17 by 16 square, and 15 into 17 is what? This is 255, and 16 square is 256. So we can say percentage discount, that is 1 minus 255 by 256 will be 1 upon 256, right? So this is effectively the year. Now what is the value of 1 upon 256? 1 upon 250 had it been, then we could have directly said that that is 0.4%. 1 upon 25 is 4%. 1 upon 250 is 0.4%. This is slightly more than 250, 1 upon 256. So that will be slightly less than 0.4%. So that will be nothing but 0.39%, right? So 0.39%. So if the answer to this question, that is what is the percentage discount, that is 0.39%, right? So this way we have been able to solve this question very effectively and within no time. I'm writing here in smaller steps all the variables so as that concept gets clearer enough, and that gets into your head. Otherwise we need not do anything, simply we can write this orientation, and from here we can get FD and the percentage discount. Now question 4 says that a clothes store is offering buy 5 get 2 free. What is the net percentage discount being offered by the store? So this is just the interpretation of the sentence. It says that a cloth store is offering buy 5 get 2 free. Means what? See, if there is a customer and the shopkeeper, so shopkeeper is effectively giving 7 products, right? 7 products is being given to customer, right? And say suppose the MP of one product, MP of one product is equal to X. So, and here nowhere it's mentioned that there's a direct discount on the marked price, right? There's no discount on the marked price. So in this case, selling price of one product also becomes X, right? So now what happens? What is the total transaction? Total selling, total worth of items given is what? 7 item given of worth 7x, right? And total money obtained or total money received, that is what? Only for 5 items. A customer is going to give the price only for 5 items, so that is he will be giving 5, and the MRP on the item was X, so 5x. So where the shopkeeper is giving 7 items of marked price 7x, whereas he is getting or receiving money only 5x. So what is the percentage discount? So percentage discount. So from here we can say that discount factor is nothing but 5x upon 7x, and percentage discount will be nothing but 1 minus 5 by 7, which is 2 by 7, and 1 by 7 we know is 14.28, so 2 by 7 will be nothing but 28.57%. So this is a concept here. Only thing which we should keep in mind, that when it is written that buy 5 get 2 free, it means that the shopkeeper is basically giving 7 items, whereas he is being paid only for 5 items. So that is the 5 upon 7 is the total. In a way we can say that as against a cost price of 7 items, the customer is getting a price only for 5 items. Therefore, what is the discount? He is offering a discount of 2 upon 7. So 2 upon 7, that is 28 by 0.57%. Now extension of a question of previous nature. Here it says that a cloth store is offering buy 5 get 1 free. If the store marks up the price of the item by 18.75%, what is the net percentage profit and loss? So see, here it says that buy 5 get 1 free. It means that what is the percentage discount? That is what? One item being given free for total of 6 items. Total 6 item is being given, of which one is free. So percentage discount is 1 by 6, which is 16.67%. Right? Percentage discount we have obtained. Now there's a markup also, percentage markup also, that is 18.75%. So what is the net percentage profit or loss? So percentage profit or loss will be nothing but, I mean, either we can use the formula or we can use the, I mean, formula is percentage profit or loss will be markup minus discount minus markup into discount by 100%. But this will be very, I mean, slightly cumbersome in terms of calculation. So what we will use is nothing but multiplying factor for profit is equal to multiplying factor for markup into multiplying factor for discount. And profit we do not know, that we have to find. Multiplying factor for markup means increment of 18.75%. 18.75% means 3 by 16. Increment of 3 by 16 over 1, that is 19 by 16. And FD, discount, right? Discount means decrement. Decrement of 16.67%. 16.67% is nothing but 1 by 6. So decrement of 1 by 6 from 1. So 1 minus 1 by 6 is 5 by 6. 5 by 6. So if we solve this, we get that 95 upon 96. Right. So from here we can say that percentage profit is nothing but what? What is the percentage profit? 1 minus, I mean 1 plus x is equal to 95 by 96, that is 1 upon 96 with a negative sign is a percentage profit. Effectively he is incurring a loss in this transaction. What is the 1 upon 96? 1 upon 100 we know is 1%, and here it is 1 upon 96. It will be more than 1%. How much more? So basically it is 4 more than 4 over 96, right? So that roughly would come in the range of 1.04%, right? So this is a very approximate and efficient way of calculating the percentage value of fractions which are dikeable in nature. So therefore we can say that percentage profit is nothing but minus 1.014, which is a loss of 1.04%, right? So effectively two concepts. First, when we say that buy 5 get 1 free, this means that there's a discount of 1 by 6, which is 16.67%. Now markup was 18.75%. 18.75 means what? 18.75 we can write as 3 by 16. Increment of 3 by 16 means 19 by 16 into discount means decrement of 1 by 6, which is 5 by 6, and that we can solve and get the value of loss percentage. Now moving to the next question, where it says that a cloth store is offering 3 successive discount of 6.67%, 8.33% and 16.67%. What is the net percentage discount being offered by the store, right? So this concept of successive increment or decrement we have seen in the discussion on percentage. So the same concept we will use here. So we can say that net discount is equal to D. So multiplying factor FD will be nothing but FD1 into FD2 into FD3, right? Basically what we are doing, if the price was 100, market price was 100, over this 6.67% down, 6.67 is what? 1 by 15, right? 1 by 15 days means 14 by 15. So this becomes 14 by 15 times 100. right? 1400 by 15. Now over this 8.33% down, 8.33 means 8.33 means that is 1 by 12, 1 by 12 less than 1. So that becomes 11 by 12, 11 by 12 times this. So here it becomes 1400 into 11 by 12 into 15. And from here it is 16.67% down. 16.67 is 1 by 6, 1 by 6 down with respect to 1, that means 5 by 6. So the final value will be 14 by 15. This becomes 100 into 14 by 15 into 11 by 12 into 5 by 6, right? So basically what is happening? 14 by 15 is FD1, 11 by 12 is FD2, and 5 by 6 is FD3, right? So what is the net change? Net change with respect to 100 is product of FD1, FD2, FD3, and that is what we are calculating here. So FD1 is 14 by 15, FD2 8.33% less, if 8.33% less than 1 means 11 by 12, and 16.67% less means 1 by 6 less than 1, which is 5 by 6. If we solve this, 5 3 ja, and then 2 6 ja 2 7. So this becomes 11 7 ja 77 upon 36 into 3 is 108. So basically from here we can say discount is nothing but 108 minus 77, which becomes 23 plus 8 is 31 upon 108, right? So in terms of percentage, what would be the value? See, had it been 31 upon 100, we could have said it is 31%. Had it been 31 upon 110, then we could have told that it is less than 30%, but certainly more than 28%, because 11 into 20, I mean 31 by 11 would be 11 to the 22, 9, 11 8 ja, right? So more than 28, less than 30. So it will be same way. We can say that it will be more than 28, and exact value would be 28.70%. So effective discount is nothing but 28.70%. A point to note here is that this is not equal to the sum of all the three discount. 6.67 plus 8.33 becomes 15. 15 plus 16.67 is 31.67. So addition of all the three discounts is 31.3767. However, the effective discount is only 28.70. Why is it so? That we have seen in the percentage discussion, right? Now let's move to question number 7. It says that a shopping mall is offering gift products worth rupees 1500 on purchase of 4000 worth of items from the mall. Find the percentage discount being offered by the mall. So see here, what is the total item? I mean percentage discount, directly we can say, what is it? That is selling price upon mark price minus 1 into 100. That is what is percentage discount. Here selling price is what? Selling price is just, I mean, what is the price shopping mall will be receiving from customer? 4000 only, right? And what is the marked price? Marked price means what is the total worth of, or the MRP of product which is being given. So 4000 worth of item, and along with another product as a gift which is of the worth 1500. So total becomes 5500, right? 5500 minus 1 into 100. There will be a negative sign because it is a discount. So it becomes, I mean, when we say discount, so it means that, I mean, just we'll reverse the sign here. So it becomes 1500 upon 5500 into 100. So effectively, this is 3 upon 11, right? 3 upon 11. Yeah, 15 upon 55, which is same as 3 upon 11. So this we can write 11, 1 by 11 is 9.09%. So 3 upon 11 is 27.27% discount. So percentage discount is 27.27%. Right. So this is the answer to this question. Very simple one. Now we will move to question number 8, where it says that if Manihari sells Renault pens such that selling price of 24 pence, so it is given that selling price of 24 pence equal cost price of 40 pence. So this we can write as selling price of 24 pence is equal to cost price of 40 pence. So 40 into C, right? And discount on 12 pence equals profit on 3 pence. So 12 into D is equal to 3 into P, where S is the selling price of one item, C is the cost price of 1 pen, D is the discount on 1 pen, P is the profit on 1 pen, right? So this we can say. Find the difference between the profit percent and the discount percent in respect of this transaction. So I mean, if this is given here, we can say that S by C is nothing but 40 upon 24, which is again we can say 5 by 3, and S by C means what? This is a profit multiplying factor. So from here we can say percentage profit is nothing but 66.2 by 3, which is 66.67%. And this also means that when CP is 3 rupees, SP is 5 rupees, therefore the profit in absolute terms is 2 rupees, right? And from here we can say that discount is equal to nothing but P into 3 by 12, which is 1 by 4, right? 1 by 4. So now let us pictorially see how the things is. Let this be CP, there would be somewhere MP, and there would be so actually what happens, MP is typically more than CP, so CP, MP, and there would be SP. SP and MP, right? So what happens from CP to MP? So let's say if CP is 3 rupees, 3, so SP is 5, right? And CP minus SP is profit. So profit in absolute terms is 2, right? And if profit is 2 in absolute terms, so we can say discount is nothing but 2 upon 4, which is 0.5. So discount is equal to 0.5 rupees. Only when CP is 3 rupees, then SP is 5 rupees, profit is 2 rupees, discount is 50 paise. And if discount is 50 paise, so discount we know is always given over marked price. So discount of 0.5 over marked price such that the resultant value is 5 rupees. That is, we can say that certainly marked price should have been 5.5. Then only when we give a discount of 50 paise over 5.5, we get a selling price of 5 rupees. So now we know that what is CP, SP and MP. At least in ratio, their ratio we know. So from here we can calculate the percentage discount also. Percentage discount is the actual discount, which is 0.5 upon the marked price, which is 5.5, right? So 1 upon 11, which is 9.09%. So we have to find the difference between percentage profit and percentage discount. So percentage profit minus percentage discount is what? Percentage profit is 66.67 minus percentage discount is 9.09%. So if we subtract this, what we get? I think we will get 57 point. This is 58%. This is the required answer to this question. So here only one thing we should be careful, how to interpret the things. So to interpret the things, we wrote in the simplest of the equations, that is 24 pens selling price, let it be 24 into S, where S represents the selling price of 1 unit. Then 40C is the cost price of 40 pens, where C represents the cost price of one item. Then discount on 12 pens, so 12D is equal to 3P. P is a profit. So from here we get a relationship that discount is nothing but profit into 1 by 4. And from the first equation we get that selling price upon cost price is equal to 5 by 3. Selling price of one item upon cost price of one item is 5 by 3. So for one item, pictorially we can show that if CP is 3, SP is 5, profit is 2. When profit is 2, discount is 0.5. When discount is 0.5, SP is 5, it means MP is 5.5. So percentage discount is 0.5 on 5.5, and the same way we can calculate the difference also. Now question number 9 reads that Mr. Pawan, a book wholesaler, bought certain inventory of books for rupees 10 lakhs and marked up its price by P%, over which he then offers a discount of 0.45P% while selling to the retailers, and in all these transactions still he manages to make a profit of 0.45%. 0.45P%. Find the amount of discount offered. So see, the question reads that bought a certain inventory of books for rupees 10 lakhs, right? So what is the cost price for him? That is 10 lakh rupees, and marked up its price by P%. So what will be the MP? MP will be nothing but CP into 1 plus percentage markup, right? So this we can say that 10, I mean everything we will keep in lakhs term, 10 into 1 plus P by 100, right? This we can say. And this is the marked price, over which he allows a discount of 0.45%. So selling price will be what? Selling price will be after discount. So 10 into, so selling price will be marked price into 1 minus discount upon 100, which is marked price we know is 10 into 1 plus P by 100, and over this a discount equivalent to 0.45, that is 0.45P by 100. This is the selling price, and it is given that while selling he manages to make a profit of 0.45%. So this SP is nothing but what? CP into 1 plus profit, and profit is 0.45P by 100, right? So we will equate these two equations, 1 and 2, equating 1 and 2, we get that 10 into 1 plus P by 100, 1 minus 0.45P by 100 is equal to CP into CP is 10 here, 10 into 1 plus 0.45P upon 100, right? We will expand this. So here it becomes 10 gets cancelled out. So here it is 1 minus 0.45P upon 100 plus P upon 100 minus 0.45P square upon 100 square is equal to 1 plus 0.45P upon 100. 1 gets cancelled, right? And 100 is common both the sides, so 100 will get cancelled 1, and 0.45P, so P is common across all the terms, so it gets cancelled. So what remains is here 0.45, here also minus 0.45, and this is 1. 1 minus 0.45 is 0.55 minus 0.45. When we bring this left hand side is equal to, we take this right hand side, this becomes 0.55 0.45p upon 100. So from here we can say that p is nothing but, here it is 0.1, 0.1 into 100 is 10 upon 45 into, this is here. So 5 9 ja, and this becomes 2. So when we say percentage, so it becomes, in terms of p percentage, this becomes 2 by 9, and 2 by 9 is nothing, 1 by 9 is 11.11%, so 2 by 9 will be 22.22%. So that is the answer, right? That is the answer. Is there any calculation mistake? Let us see once again. Here p is coming out, and p we know is in already in percentage terms, right? So this is 200 by 9, and this is already percentage sum, so we need not cancel it out actually. So this becomes, so here basically, so p is 200 by 9, so here it becomes p is equal to nothing but 22.22%. Yeah, same, I mean what we had done. So this is the answer to this question. Now let's move to question number 10. Question number 10 says that if the selling price of 10 oranges is equal to cost price of 14 oranges, which in turn is equal to 1/3 of the total discount offered upon 70 oranges, then find the profit or loss percent when the markup percentage is halved and the discount percentage is reduced by 5 percentage points. So the question is, I mean, uh, of moderate difficulty level, and the main thrust should be interpreting the question. That is the statement of the question. Here it says that if the selling price of 10 oranges, so let us assume that selling price of 1 orange is S, so 10 orange selling price is 10S, is equal to cost price of 14 oranges. Let us assume the cost price of 1 orange is C, so 14 orange will be 14C. So from here we can say that S by C is nothing but 14 by 10, which further can be simplified as 7 by 5. So profit percentage is nothing but 2 by 5, which is 40%. Directly we can say so. S is selling price, C is cost price. So we can say this. And further it is said that this is equal to the total discount offered upon 70 oranges. So let us assume that, which is in turn equal to 1/3 of the total discount. So let the discount offered upon each orange be D. So discount offered upon 70 orange is 70D, and this is equal to 1/3 of this, and let this be equal to K. So from here can we say that, I mean this we know, this is in terms of ratio. So S will be, and K we can assume the LCM of 10, 14 and 70, which is 70, say suppose, right? I write here LCM of 10, 14 and 7. This we have seen in ratio, right? So from here we can say that S is to C is to D is what, 70 by 10 7, 70 by 14 5, and 70 by 71 into 3 is 3. So therefore if selling price is 7, then cost price would be 5 and the discount would be 3. So let us draw this pictorially. How to draw? Here it is cost price, then selling price, and then mark price. Now cost price is given as 5, right? Selling price is given as 7. So we can say profit is 2. And further, if a discount is given as, here see, uh, discount is given as 3. So that means that if selling price is 7, discount is 3, so we can say that MP, that is marked price, is 10, right? Marked price is 10. So can we say that percentage profit we know, now discount percentage discount is what? 3 upon marked price, which is 10, which is 30%. In original case, the percentage discount is discount upon the marked price, which is 3 upon 10, which is 30%. Now the question says that if the new profit percentage, that is P dash percent, is half, that is instead of 40 it becomes 20%, 40 by 2%, which is 20%, and new discount, that is D dash percent, becomes 5 percentage points less than, that is from 30% it becomes 25%, so 25%, right? Sorry, here it's not the profit percentage which is getting halved, we have to find the profit percent, whereas the markup percentage is halved, right? Markup percentage is halved. So what is the markup percentage? That also we can calculate here. So percentage markup is over CP, markup is over CP. So when cost price is 5, mark price is 10, so percentage markup is what? From 5 to 10 it becomes 100%, right? So here I write the new markup price is what? 100 by 2%, which is 50%, and new discount is 25%. So can we find the profit percentage? So that we can say that profit is, factor for profit is equal to factor for markup, which is 1 plus 1 by 2, which is 3 by 2, into factor for discount, which is 1 minus 1 by 4, which is 3 by 4, which is 9 by 8. So therefore percentage profit is nothing but 1 by 8, which is 1 by 8 is 12.5%. Or here you can also have done that. Now say CP remaining same, pictorially you could have drawn this. So CP remaining same as 5. Now markup is 50%. So marked price becomes 5 plus 50% means 7.5. And discount is 25%. So 25% of 7.5. So that becomes what? 7.5 minus 25%. So that is 22.5 by 4. Right. So from here, if we calculate the profit, that is 22.5 by 4 minus 5 upon 5, then that also we get as 12.5% as answer. But here this method is more preferred, and therefore we can obtain the answer. So this was also a good question in terms of interpretation of the statement, where the concept what we have used is what we have learned so far in this session. So first thing, we wrote in the very basic of the form, then we interpreted this S by C is equal to 7 by 5. From here we can know that profit is 40%. Now the first concept is when 10S is equal to 14C is equal to 70 by 3D, we can get the ratio of S, C and D as 7 is to 5 is to D. What is the procedure? We can assume K to be the LCM of the 10, 14 and 70, that is the numerators. LCM of 10, 14 and 70 is 70. So from there we obtain the ratio of SCD as 7 is to 5 is to 3. So this means that if cost price is 5, then selling price would be 7 and discount would be 3 rupees. So from 5 to 7, now when selling price is 7, discount is 3, then market price is 10. So therefore we can say that if CP is 5 and MP is 10, the markup percentage is 100% and discount is 3 upon 10, which is 30%. Now in the question it says that when the discount decreases to 25%, the markup percentage decreases to 50%, what would be the new profit? So new profit is nothing but 12.5%, right? So this is the way. I think this is the last question of the session. So hope this was clear enough. Any question you can get back to us. Thanks for watching this video.